Imagine going to the World Cup and losing, but not only just losing at your favorite sport, but being a loser in real life. That's right. These Argentina soccer fans not only lost the biggest game in the entire world when it comes to soccer, but they resorted to racist remarks and racism after that loss. For what? To feel better about it? No, you're going to have to take this out a little bit different. Let's go ahead and jump into these clips.
What? Worldcup 2026. I don't even know what she's saying, bro.
Now, we all know that iShowSpeed is one of the most popular streamers in the entire world. And not only that, his mission to visit every country in the world is also documented. He has a goal to visit every country. He's a huge soccer fan. He's been a huge soccer fan, man. And what's crazy is that instead of coming together to be a fan of the sport, yeah, your ugly racist side came out. Yeah, we're about to jump into this next clip where this reporter dives a little bit into it. Let's go ahead and check it out.
A racist Argentinian woman was shouting at iShowSpeed in front of millions of people, telling him N-word go home, and saying in Spanish how he should cry to the zoo. We have to give a ton of credit to iShowSpeed here. He's being the bigger man. He is not yelling back, he's shrugging it off. iShowSpeed can just walk away knowing that he's a multi-millionaire at the young age of 21 with so many fans, and she's probably going to get fired from her job now that the viral video is going everywhere. Which is exactly what happened to this Mexican man who did a racist gesture towards a popular Korean streamer. That clip went viral and people found him. He turned out to be the president of an engineering guild. He got quickly removed and did a public apology, but it was too late. His life is ruined. But I don't want to leave this video saying that there are only racists at the World Cup when there are so many countries coming together and becoming friends, such as Mexicans in this video are cheering and celebrating a Korean fan. I mean, they are coming together and partying like crazy.
Now, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I guess racism can exist in every country, not just here in the United States. But that is just activity that happened during the games. What about after the games? These clips are going to surprise you.
Andrew, what the fuck is Andrew doing in there? He's a foreigner. Get the fuck out of there, Andrew. You're not even American.
It's a fucking child. Fucking kid. Mima.
No, the game is so happy, bro. They just keep the fucking little kid there. I'm like, get the kid off the table. I was like, you were the fucking good luck. I was the fucking good luck. You were the fucking good luck. You should have done it. And then you were so good. I know I
I'm gonna need y'all to stop acting like y'all surprised. I'm gonna need y'all to stop acting like y'all surprised that Argentina is racist. I'm gonna need y'all to stop acting like a lot of y'all ain't see the same behavior from your parents. Let's stop acting like y'all have not seen the same racist behavior from your parents.
Yo, you with me, bro? You with me?
I'm going for Argentina, though.
Oh, you going for Argentina?
I'm all
I don't fuck with you. We're
blue.
upstate.
I mean, where Mexico was at?
Mexico?
Where's Mexico? Where's Mexico? Where's Mexico?
Mexico home. What am I looking for? I'm just saying, we lost. I took it to the chin. I'm not mad. Why you? Hey, next time don't push me. Don't push me though. Don't push
Yo, don't pull the race card.
Only a day, right here. New York, baby. New York.
Oh, y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? Say it one more time. One more time for the camera. One more time. What you said? Man, saying the N-word out here is wild. Only in the...
What's crazy is that Mbappe is one of the top 10 best ranked soccer players in the world right now. And everybody just can they just can't recognize him as being a great football star, but only just recognize him by being a black superstar soccer player. Nothing else. And what's crazy is that they have to resort to this when they come to lose Argentina. And I'm not saying that everybody from Argentina is racist. I'm not saying that they're bad, but this is a bad look for you soccer fans, man. And I know the very small people that resorted to this behavior. I know a large group of y'all condemn this sort of behavior, but man, this is insane. This is insane.
Argentina has a serious racism problem, and the World Cup is highlighting it. A mother recording and posting her child calling a monkey Vinicius. Speed being racially abused on multiple occasions. The Argentinian team players performing racist chants on the bus. And a deliberate lack of black players from the actual team itself. To understand how we got here, we have to look at Argentina's history. When people think of South America, they imagine a continent with a huge mixed population of indigenous, African, and mixed race population. And that's true. In the late 1800s, Argentina deliberately started cultivating its image as the Europe of South America. They actively encouraged millions of Europeans to immigrate, with the belief that European immigration would civilize the population. At the same time, black Argentines were being erased. Some were killed through military campaigns, others were simply displaced, and indigenous populations were pushed to the margins as the country increasingly identified as white and European. They wanted to appear separate from the rest of Latin America. They wanted to be different. That history is still prevalent today. There's a reason why Argentina's team looks very different than countries like Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador. Black Argentines do exist. Afro-Argentine communities exist. But when performing on the biggest stage in football, having them on their team ruins the Argentine white European image. When a nation spends generations gaslighting itself that it's white and European, it becomes much harder to have a civilized conversation about race. Now, obviously, not every Argentine is racist. That would be an absurd claim to make. When these racist incidents become a regular occurrence, you have to ask where that behavior is coming from, because children aren't born racist. It's a learned behavior. They copy adults. They copy what gets laughed at, what's allowed, what's normalized, what racist jokes get excused, and that's the issue. Racism isn't just about individual instances of hatred. It becomes culture, where racist behavior is dismissed as a joke or just tensions flaring during football. But when the joke is always at expense of black people, it's not a joke anymore. That's just racism. No country is immune from racism, and neither is Argentina. The question isn't whether racism still exists or not. We're all painfully aware of how prevalent it is even in modern society. The question is, are you willing to confront it? Because when your immediate response to criticisms of racism is just denial, nothing ever changes. Argentina wanted to import white Europeans to become more civilized, but the only thing they imported was their racist and colonial mindset.
When Argentina win, they become racist. When Argentina lose, they become violent. This is one of the worst teams we have ever seen behavior-wise. They are terrible to the sport. We see them constantly antagonizing opponents, getting away and bending the rules. They are the worst team to come up against. Whether it's by cheating, by diving when they haven't been fouled in order to win, or whether they're making leg-breaking tackles and not even getting yellow cards for them. This Argentina team is full of violent thugs. People who are honestly not the greatest or nicest people in the world. They are not gracious in victory or gracious in defeat. And if they didn't have Lionel Messi, the greatest player ever, they would be one of, if not the most hated team in the world. In fact, their similarities with Paraguay is so striking. The only difference between Paraguay and Argentina is Lionel Messi. They are both violent thugs, and we've seen racism from both of them. We've seen them in defeat, in victory, be terrible people. I'm sorry. South America has to repair its reputation after this.
At the end of the day, soccer or any sports should be a way for everybody, fans of the sport, especially family members and everybody, to come together to enjoy this competition between great athletes. The World Cup only happens every 4 years. So when this happens, it should be a joyous moment. Or it should be a memorable one, not by remembering it by racist remarks, getting things thrown at you, getting mistreated outside of the games. That's human to human. Look, we're not in the stadiums no more. Why do you have to say these things and treat me this way, right? So guys, let me know what you think about today's clips. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you have any hypes. I'll see you on the next video.